Jeff Vaughn.
And I'm Lena Wynn.
Well, more drama in the presidential race as Donald Trump campaigned right here in Southern California.
The protesters and supporters of Trump clashed outside a rally today, and tonight he's kicking off an ambitious nationwide fundraising campaign here, hoping to raise $1 billion. KCAL 9 political reporter Dave Bryan live in Santa Monica at tonight's Big Money Bash. Dave?
That's for sure, Lena and Jeff. You know, during the primary season, Donald Trump made a point of telling people he's paying for his own campaign and didn't take any money from special interests, which he criticized his opponents for. But now we're moving into the general election campaign and things are changing. You can see behind me, the barricades are up here tonight in Santa Monica. That's because Donald Trump and the Republican Party are now taking together, holding these fundraisers that they hope will raise up to $1 billion to support a variety of Republican campaigns and the Republican National Committee. The motorcade carrying Republican presidential candidate Donald Trump rolled through the streets of Santa Monica. Trump is headlining his first official Republican Party fundraiser here, the first of 50 such fundraisers coming up. The Trump campaign says it expects to raise about $5 million just from tonight's event alone. The fundraiser is being held in a sprawling mansion in Santa Monica overlooking Riviera Country Club. A large police presence outside with a dozen motorcycle officers and a dozen officers on horses. The event is being held at the mansion of Tom and Rachel Barrack. He's a real estate investor who had business with Trump in the 1980s. Police barricaded the street outside the event, and some neighbors gathered to watch people coming and going. And some of them expressed their sentiments as well. There was a much different scene in Anaheim earlier in the day where Trump showed up. Screaming led to pushing and shoving as pro-Trump supporters and protesters got in each other's faces outside the Anaheim Convention Center. Police in riot gear were called in to keep the peace. In Hollywood, later in the day, a couple dozen protesters gathered outside the studio where the Jimmy Kimmel Show is being taped with Donald Trump as one of the guests. There were no arrests in the Hollywood protest. Inside Trump's Anaheim rally, the crowd of several thousand supporters was loud and enthusiastic. But there were some empty seats, an unusual sight at Trump events these days. Trump fired salvo after salvo at Democrat Hillary Clinton.
Crooked Hillary Clinton. She's not saying it, but she's making the moves. Crooked Hillary Clinton wants to abolish, remember that, abolish the Second Amendment. They want your guns taken away. And it's not going to happen. Out, 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 out.
Even inside the Trump rally, there were a few tense moments as protesters, just a handful of them, were led out by security personnel after trying to interrupt Trump's speech.
Do not hurt him.
Now, the stakes are not high, let's be honest, here in California for the Republican primary and Donald Trump. He's already got this thing won, that's pretty clear. But he told the crowd in Anaheim today he really intends to make a hard run at winning California in November. That would be a tough task, and other Republican presidential candidates have put the Democrats on notice in the past, but rarely does it work out. We are live in Santa Monica. Jeff, Lena, back to you.